Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine and you're watching Yazz'n It Up, and today's video I have for you guys is another ranking video. Basically, I have been going through my makeup collection category by category and ranking them from my least favorite to my most favorite. So today we are going to be doing highlighters. I encourage y'all to grab a snack because it's going to be a long one. I have a lot of single highlighters to share with you guys. I have done a few of these already. I have a playlist that I can link in the iCards for you. I've done my loose powders before, I've done my foundations, my face palettes. So if these are the type of videos that interest you, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I upload weekly content. So without further ado, let me share with you guys my favorite and least favorite single highlighters that I have in my collection. I've been loving filming these videos for you guys because I feel like basically I'm just sharing with you guys an updated makeup collection. So I am doing from least favorite to favorite. So this last one I have in my hand here is number 22. I have 22 single highlighters to share with y'all. So in last place, number 22, this is from Maybelline. This is the Master Fairy highlighter, and this is a, I want to say rainbow, but it's only 4 shades. This is when rainbow highlighters were a thing. Everyone and their grandpa was coming out with them, and Maybelline did so too. I don't like this at all. I have it in my collection and I've only used it a handful of times, but it's so chalky. There's no really shimmer to it, and I'll swatch it for you guys. I'm not going to swatch every highlighter that I have, but even just swatching it, the blue gets in the yellow and the pink gets into the yellow, and it just mixes it and it doesn't make it look very cute. But this highlighter is blue, and I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but it is so chalky and patchy on my hands that I can see in real person. This is not my jam, but this is definitely number 22. I don't get too much use out of him. Alrighty, number 21 on my list. This one is from E.L.F, and this is their baked highlighter and Moonlight pearls. And E.L.F has some really great highlights, and this isn't one of them. These were so popular when baked highlighters were popular, and everyone said you have to scrape the top. There's like a layer, and then when you get to it, it's delicious, it's scrumptious, it's fantastic. I scraped and scraped, and I feel like at that point I was just wasting product. I use it from time to time, maybe as body highlight, like on my chest or on my shoulders really is where I usually focus my body highlight. So that's probably how I'll end up using this highlighter. But on my face, it's just too subtle for me. And some days I am going for a subtle look, but there's other highlighters that I have for that, and this just isn't it. So I'll eventually use these as shoulder highlights. All the highlighters that are like more towards the bottom of my list will probably end up being body highlights. But I do try to rotate in my everyday makeup drawers. So this was in my everyday makeup drawer not too long ago, so I do get some use out of it, but it's number 21 just because it's a little bit too subtle for me. Super affordable. I love E.L.F overall, and there's other E.L.F highlighters that I like better than this, so this one is number 21 in my ranking. Alrighty, number 20 on my list is this one here from Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Unicorn Tears Mystical Highlighter. This one is super cute in theory. It has like an imprint of a unicorn on it, and it's really pretty, but I don't use this as body highlight and I don't use this as face highlight. Basically, I just have this in my collection as a collector's item because I love unicorns, and I think that this is really cute. I've used it, I could probably count on my hand how many times I've actually used this highlighter just because it comes out blue. But I do have the Aurora palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills that has the funky shades of like blue and greens that I would gravitate more towards over this. I like that formula a lot better. So this one is number 20 on my list. Number 19 on my list is actually 2 highlighters here. These are from Star Crushed Minerals. I actually placed an order online a long time ago. I want to say over like 5 years ago I placed an order, and I still have these highlighters in my collection. These are, they're just called their highlighters, and I have one shade here in Sheer Joy. It's more like a white shade, and then I have like a golden shade in Desert Suede. Desert Suede is actually in a current project pan. I will have my year-long 2022 project pan, the latest update, in the iCards for you guys. Basically, I'm trying to use 22 items in 2022, and this is one of them. I've been using this as a body highlight, and this one here, the white shade, I don't even know if I can use it as a body highlight because it is just like a stark bright white. So I don't really get too much use out of Sheer Joy, but Desert Suede, my goal is to use this up completely. So I have both of these loose highlighters down at the bottom of my list because I just don't like loose highlighters on my face. face and I'm just getting use out of it as body highlight. So that's why these are towards the bottom of my list. Highlighter number 18. I have one here from Wet n Wild. This is their Color Icon Rainbow Highlighter. Another of those rainbow highlighters. This is like 3 colors of like pink, white, and gold. I don't know why they're calling it a rainbow highlighter. They should just maybe call it like a rose gold highlight. And so this one is number 18 on my list just because it's a little bit lackluster. The formula itself is kind of like dry and hard. Maybe just because I've had it for a very long time. I do get use out of this highlighter and just the formula itself isn't my favorite. I do love Wet n Wild. They have amazing other highlights that I'll share with you guys later, but this rainbow highlighter just isn't my jam. Number 17 in my ranking. This one here is from Too Faced. This is their Fancy Pink Diamond. I got this free because I spent a certain amount on Too Faced, and I think that this highlighter is really pretty. They get A+ on packaging. It's like a cute little ring box because it's like a diamond highlight. You get it? This one is really subtle. I love the pink shade, and so when I was talking before about that E.L.F one, if I have a subtle highlighter that I gravitate towards, this is the subtle highlight that I gravitate towards. I really like this formula over that E.L.F one, and I do like the pink shade that it has to it. I think that the highlighter is stunning, but rarely do I ever have those days where I want a subtle highlight. Usually I want to be seen from outer space. So that's why this one is towards the bottom of my list, and I can build it up. I just really need a very good setting spray, and I really just need to be going into town with my highlighter brush and this highlight if I really want it super, super vibrant. Highlighter number 16 on my list is from NYX here. This is the NYX Duo Chromatic Illuminating Powder, and this is in Snow Rose. This one is in the pan is like a white shade, but when you apply it to your cheeks, it's more of like a rosy tone. There it is swatched for you guys. So when you catch it in certain light, it kind of has a pink chromatic tone to it, and it's really pretty. I like the formula on this, but rarely do I always go for a pink highlighter. I do get some use out of it just on special occasions, but I really do like this highlighter. I think it's absolutely pretty. Alrighty, number 15 on my list. This one here, number 15, is from Hard Candy. This is the Rose Gold highlighter, and here's what she looks like. I've had this in a previous project pan. That's why you guys can see a little pan on there. So this one I usually use as body highlight, but I also like using it as face highlight. It's very versatile. When you mix all 3 of these shades together, it just really comes out to a beautiful rose gold highlight. I swatched it right over there for you guys, and it's super, super pretty. The formula is super soft. It's a buttery highlighter, and I don't know if they make this anymore, but I really do like this. I picked this up at Walmart years ago, and it's still going strong. So she is number 15 on my list. Number 14 on my list, I had some trouble figuring out where I wanted to place this. This highlighter is from Laura Geller. This is their Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator Gilded Honey Highlighter. This was super popular when it came out. I'm pretty sure this is just the mini of it, and when it first came out, it was absolutely gorgeous, but I feel like it has some hard pan right now, and so it takes me a while to really get my brush in there and to really pick up the product. So I'm wondering if I should like scrape it and get to the deliciousness underneath, or if it's gonna ruin the highlighter. I really do like this highlighter, so I'm gonna keep on working with it. So this one is number 14 on my list. Another gold highlighter, number 13 on my list. This is from E.L.F. This is their 24 karat gold highlighter. This one is so much better than that Moon Pearls, is that what it's called? The baked highlighter that I shared with you guys before. This one definitely has some kick to it. It's a beautiful gold shade, like I was saying before, perfect for the summertime. Here's what a swatch looks like, if you guys can see that on my finger. Here's what a swatch looks like. It's super, super pretty. The formula is not too dry, it's not too buttery, it's just perfect. It's really good if you use it as is, but it's even better when you drench your face in setting spray. It makes it pop even so much more. So this highlighter, even though it's so affordable, you get so much product. Like, this pan is huge. So this one is really, really pretty, and I know that they have several shades in this type of formula. Highlighter number 12 is from Makeup Revolution. This is their Strobe highlighter in Lunar, and I don't know what I was thinking when I picked up this color, but this is like a purpley shade, and I think that this is so pretty. You don't even need setting spray to use this highlighter. It is so bright as it is. I love the formula of it, and it's just a funky shade. I don't know why I got purple, but if they have any more in this Strobe like collection, I would 100% pick up more of these. Makeup Revolution is so affordable. I mean, look, Look at that swatch. It is so pretty. I love this highlighter. It's just because it's a purple shade, I don't get as much use out of it as I would like. I've used this as eyeshadow before. This highlighter is so versatile and I think it's so pretty. I really do like this one. I just picked a weird shade, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Number 11 is from Makeup Forever. This is their Starlit Powder. This is a gorgeous iridescent white shade. It is a loose highlighter, so I'm not going to open it, but even this mini has lasted me forever. Like I was saying before, loose highlighters isn't my favorite, but what I would do is I would just shake up the container a little bit, and then whatever what was on the lid is what I would use. This is so bright. You not only will you be seen from outer space, you will be seen from a different planet with this highlighter. It is so gorgeous. I just hate that it's a loose highlighter and it's just a little bit messy, but the overall product, if this was a pressed highlighter, this would be 10 out of 10. This is so gorgeous. I don't get too much use out of it just because it's a loose highlighter and because it can get messy, but when I do use it, I just do it on the tippy tops of my cheekbones and it is so pretty. So this one is really nice. I do really like this Makeup Forever Starlit Powder. Alrighty y'all, number 10 on my list. Can you believe we are already in the top 10? Number 10 I have here is from AOA Studios. That's the Shop Miss A website, and this is their AOA Studio Perfect Pressed Highlighter, and I have mine in the shade 206 Refined. It's a beautiful like rose gold pinkish shade. So pretty. The only thing is that I'm not purchasing from Shop Miss A anymore, so I won't be purchasing any more of the AOA Studio products just because of a previous experience that I've had with them. Didn't go too well for me, but most of their products are about $1 or $1.50, and there are some hits and there are some misses. This one I say would 100% be a hit. I mean, it's number 10 on my list for a reason. It's really great. If I really want a beautiful pink highlighter, this is definitely one that I turn towards. Highlighter number 9 is actually two highlights. I combined them together. These are the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek highlighters. This one here is in Lunch Money and this one here is in Flexitarian. I've actually hit pan on both of these. It's just the formula is so funky, and if you guys have tried ColourPop before, then you know the kind of like bouncy putty consistency that it is. It's not very easy to just dig your brush in here and apply it on your cheekbones. I usually use a sponge or even just my fingers to use this, so I don't like the formula of it, but I love the product. The way that it looks on my cheekbones is so gorgeous and flawless and smooth. It's just the putty consistency really throws me off, but these ones are absolutely great. Super affordable. They have so many different shades and I just have 2 of the shades, so these ones are number 9 on my list. Number 8 on my rankings, 2 more highlighters. These are from Maybelline. They are the Master Chrome highlighters, and I have them in the shade 250 and 100, and these ones are gorgeous. I love how buttery smooth they are. This white shade is super pretty, especially in the winter time, just because how lighter it is. It still is kind of like a goldish shade, but not as dark as molten gold. So these ones are really nice. I love the formula, and like I said, they're number 8 on my list just because how great they are. They're super metallic, super gorgeous. Highly recommend. Highlighter number 7 on my list. We already talked about AOA Studio a few highlighters back, but number 7 is this gorgeous highlighter from AOA, the Halo highlighter, and this is in number 3, Blissful. It is this beautiful bright marbleized highlighter. It's absolutely stunning. You can be seen from far away with this highlighter, and I just love the marbleized moment overall. It's so pretty. I really do like this highlighter, but like I said, I'm not purchasing from Shop Miss A anymore, so when I do finish up this highlighter, I will be sad, but I mean, it was only $1 and you can't get this kind of quality at like the Dollar Tree. So if you guys want to try Shop Miss A, you're more than welcome to, but this one is number 7 on my list because it is really good. Alrighty, number 6 on my list is from Makeup Revolution. These are their highlighter Reloaded. I have one in Dare to Divulge and the other one I have is Just My Type. These ones are so pretty. Like, they have so many different shades and they're so perfect for every day. They're not too bright, they're not too subtle, they're just perfect. I mean, these 2 shades kind of look very similar. This one I think is a little bit more pinky and this one's more gold, but these are perfect for every day. They're so gorgeous, and Makeup Revolution is just so affordable. I don't think I've ever tried a Makeup Revolution product that I didn't like, so I would highly recommend these Reloaded highlighters from Makeup Revolution. All right, y'all, number 5 on my list. We are in the top 5 highlighters, and this one here is from Physicians Formula. This is their Butter highlighters, and this is in the shade Champagne. These have a way better scent, in my opinion, than the Butter bronzer. I like the way this one smells, and just the shade overall, this is so buttery. buttery, so soft. This is my favorite highlighter to use during the summer just because it complements my skin tone and my tan so well. This one is so pretty, but if you have a darker skin tone, maybe this one will work for you for every day. And also I want to apologize for the lighting because I can see it in my camera. I'm using natural lighting and the sun is just coming up and down, and I really do like this highlighter. I really want to get a different shade, that way I can have one for the summertime and one for like spring and fall time. If you guys want to try a new highlighter and you've never tried this before, I would highly recommend Physicians Formula Butter Highlights. Alrighty, highlighter number 4, unfortunately discontinued. This is from BECCA. I picked this up at TJ Maxx. This is their BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter, and I have mine in the shade Moonstone. I did have a mini and I think the shade Opal, and now I own Moonstone. This one is super pretty. BECCA is going out of business, or they already went out of business. I have no idea. But I was able to get my hands on this highlighter from TJ Maxx. This is the full size. It was on a great price, and so I'm super excited to have this in my collection. This is a wonderful everyday highlighter, and this is number 4 on my list for a reason. The formula, the way it looks on my skin, just the overall product is really great. Number 3 on my ranking list for my highlighters is from Makeup Revolution. I do have a few highlighters from Makeup Revolution just because they put out such great products. Number 3, this is the Blushing Heart Triple Baked Highlighter. I have one here in Goddess of Faith, and I have this one in Unicorn Heart. These in general are just amazing. I use both of these. I really do like these baked highlighters. I'm gonna go ahead and set these down so I can swatch them for you guys. So Goddess of Faith is the one on top and the Unicorn Heart is the one on the bottom, and they're so pretty. And so here is what those baked heart highlighters look like. Alright, number 2 on my list is from Wet n Wild. These are the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders. I have 2 here, one in Blossom Glow and one in Precious Petals. I feel like these are super iconic. They're so affordable. The pan size is so large, and you don't even need setting spray to intensify these, but these are so pretty. They just melt in your skin with your makeup. I can't recommend these enough. Let me go ahead and swatch this for y'all. Alright, so Blossom Glow is the one on top and Precious Petals is the one on the bottom. I actually used an entire Precious Petals up and I repurchased it just because of how great it is. Like, I haven't used too many highlighters in its entirety, but Precious Petals from Wet n Wild I've used a whole one of. So that's what these two look like. Super gorgeous. Can't recommend those enough. And my top favorite number 1 highlighter, can you guys guess what it is? Leave a comment down below. We'll stand here for a minute. Alright, my first highlighter that I have listed on my ranking is from Ofra. This is the Ofra highlighter, and this is in the shade Blissful. If you guys haven't seen me ranking my face palettes, I'm 99% sure when I filmed it that my number 1 favorite face palette was also from Ofra, another highlighting palette. So this highlighter in Blissful is so gorgeous. This formula is super buttery and soft, just like the Physicians Formula one. They're super comparable, and this one is just so gorgeous. I went ahead and swatched it for you guys right here. It is just absolutely stunning. I always take this one with me when I go traveling because I know it's just gonna go with every single look that I come up with, and it's just a totally perfect highlighter for every single day. I love this highlighter so much. I know Ofra is more on the expensive side. It is a high-end brand, but I just went ahead and purchased this mini one. So this highlighter is my number 1 top favorite highlight. Alrighty, y'all, that is all of my highlighters that I can share with y'all today. That was all 22 of them. I know that there was more than 22 highlighters just because I paired the same formula together, but I'm super excited to be able to share with you guys all of my single highlighters in my collection. If you guys haven't tried some of at least like my top 5 highlighters, I can't recommend my top 5 enough. Definitely go out and try some. Most of my highlighters are drugstore super affordable, and so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video by giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't seen my latest ranking video, I will leave that in the iCards for you guys. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that red button down below, and right next to it there's a little bell that you can click on to get notified when I upload more videos. My social media is always listed down below for you guys if you want to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, and I hope you guys are all having an amazing month and have a great day.